This video is specifically going out to the haters, and believe it or not, the people have been giving me a little small-time YouTuber death threats and stuff. So this one's for you.
Behind closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.
Good morning, good evening, good night, whatever it is, wherever you are, welcome. I would have to say that the overall response, the emails, the comments have been 98% positive, which is pretty indicative of America. 98% of Americans are spectacular. Not everybody in any group, any demographic, anywhere, any place is immune to that. There's always going to be idiots out there. So this video is specifically for you guys, and I'm going to try to speak to you in a logic and reasoned way, and hopefully maybe I can get through to you. I kind of doubt it, but I'm still going to say it because I'm going to feel better having said it. What direction are we going to if we can't even have the discussion? Where are we going to when you say you are a small YouTuber trying to get big? Yes, I have opinions. Yes, I am speaking my opinions. There's nothing wrong with that. You speak your opinions. That's kind of what our founding fathers put their very lives at risk for. Our founding fathers put forth the ultimate sacrifice. They knew that if the revolution had failed, they faced certain execution. No doubt, they would have been executed, and probably it would not have been a decent execution, and they knew this, and they still proceeded, and they put other things in place, laws, the Constitution, other things to try to ensure that free speech does not get stifled, because stifling speech is where it begins. If you control a population's speech, you control the population, because if you control the population's speech, you can direct which way the population thinks. If the powers that be are the only ones that can dictate to us how we are supposed to feel and how we are supposed to think, how do you think we stand a chance of freedom lasting past these ages here? These would be known as the golden ages, when people were able to speak their mind, and small idiots like me, who don't know shit from Shinola, are able to give forth our opinion. And people died for us to be able to do this. Where is our nation headed when we are separating people based upon their race, based upon their ethnicity, based upon their ability, to virtue signal that we have this number of people here that represent this other demographic? Where are we headed to? Where are we headed to when in college students are not taught how to think critically, but they are taught to have college be a home and a comfortable place? I am sorry. If you are in college and you are comfortable, then you are taking the wrong subjects. You are not challenging yourself. If you live in a house and everybody in that house always tells you that the sky is... Let me turn this stupid... If you live in a house and everybody tells you that the sky is always silver, and all you ever hear is the sky is silver, and then one day someone comes in and they say, well, actually the sky is blue during the day and dark at night and you can see stars, you would look at them as if they had two heads. Because you've lived in an echo chamber, you have never had your belief systems challenged. And that is the problem that I am seeing, that is propagating everywhere. It isn't just a localized, isolated incident. It is like a disease. One person says it, and then another person says it. And then another person says it. And that's how you control speech. If we stifle other opinions because it hurts other people's feelings, this nation is doomed. And it will not rise from the ashes. You can go and you can ask anybody throughout history who's ever lived in a nation that started out democratic and ended up something else. And you take the lives that have fought for you to be able to have those ideas and express those ideas, and you stomp them. because you try to stifle someone else's idea, but yet you want your idea to be heard. But that doesn't work that way. We are not in that society, and I refuse to sit back and allow this society to become that way. Too many sacrifices have been made, and I enjoy my freedoms. I don't know about you, and I will practice my freedoms to the best of my ability. And the best of my ability is to be able to take your ideas and to be able to rationalize around them and explain to you in as rational a way I can why, in my opinion, your ideas are wrong. Just as you have every right to tell me that my ideas are wrong, but you do not have the right to threaten or use violence. And that goes for any side, any place, anywhere. We have come to a society where, if heaven forbid you are successful or talented or even worse, smart, but of the wrong color or ethnicity, then we kneecap you at the knees and we tie an anchor to your belt so that everybody else can catch up to you. How many world-changing inventions have we lost and squandered and thrown to the wayside because of our ignorance, because of virtual signaling? How many? Can you quantify that? Can you imagine it? Can you open your brain up to new ideas and say, wait, what am I doing? Can you step away from the people that are telling you these things that you hear that maybe at first they didn't sound right, but you heard so many times, you just go with the flow? The MAGA kid incident was an exemplary example of that. During the interview, when she asked, "Are you ready to apologize?" my response would have been this: "What, ma'am, is it that I should apologize in your opinion? Is it standing there? Is it being white? Or is it smiling? Or is it standing there, smiling while being white?" Because it cannot possibly be. And at this point, she would interrupt me and I would interrupt her back, and I would say, "No, this is a debate where you listen to my ideas and I listen to your ideas. I have not finished my idea." And she would listen. And I would explain to her this: it cannot possibly be because of the MAGA hat. Because we tell people that what you wear does not matter, unless you are saying that what I wear matters. Because if what I wear matters, then what every other victim wears matters as well. And if what every other victim wears does not matter, then what I wear does not matter. Because you cannot pick and choose. You cannot have equality and preferential treatment at the same time. You can't. You can pretend to have it, but you can't actually have it. I will never shy away from any debate ever, anywhere. I will express my opinions to the best of my ability. And as far as trying to get to be a bigger YouTuber, yes. Because we live in a society where the only way that your voice is truly heard is to be up there. And the only way that we can change that is to get up there and then remind people that it is a government of the people, by the people, for the people, that the people have shed their blood for, gladly. And I think that we forget that sometimes, that we are the bosses. And as the bosses, we are one great, big, huge boardroom. And we discuss the direction that our country needs to go. And every single bit of this all boils down to one thing. The answer to what they say is the most difficult question ever. What is the meaning of life? It's the easiest question ever. Everything I've talked about here, everything we've ever done, everything our ancestors have ever done, is for one reason. Our children, should we ever decide to start having enough children to replenish our population again. It's for our generations after us. We're supposed to leave this place better for them. And if we sit back and we let bad ideas propagate and nobody speaks up about it, what kind of a world are we leaving for our children? Those are the questions that I have for you. But those are just my opinions, and this is the conversation. I'm giving you my ideas. They may be good, they may be bad, but I'm looking for your ideas too. That's it. America's great. It is. And it's okay to say that America's great. Whatever country you live in, if you're proud of it, it's okay. Don't let anybody stifle that. That's it. That's all I got.